Tracy called you out first. You just didn't see it.
Idiot. Okay, we're recording, so I'll just repeat the first one. The call is about hitting junior rep. You guys are awesome for being here. Top 21% of the company if you hit junior rep. That's so amazing. The $50 bonus. So with hitting junior rep, you get the $50 bonus. Has to happen within the first 3 months. Any other monetary bonus that Zaya does give you for rank advancing, there's no time stipulation on. So senior rep, you could hit it 2 years in and you're still going to get that bonus. The reason that they put the stipulation of the first 3 months on junior rep is very intentional. Typically, because when people hit junior rep within the first 3 months of the business, they've got a little bit more momentum. They're moving a little bit quicker. Usually when people hit it in that time frame, they just tend to rank advance a little bit quicker throughout their Zaya journey. Now, that's not to say if you didn't hit junior up in your first 3 months, or you're in month 10 and you want to start trying to rank advance now, that anything's going to be different for you. But that is why that is why they have that there, because usually the sooner it happens, like what usually happens is if you hit it by month 3, you've got less doubt in your mind that you can do it. It becomes less of a lofty goal. It becomes less of like a pipe dream, because you did it. You made it happen. You got your first taste of residual income. You've mentored somebody. You did kind of all those hard, scary things, and you can kind of move on with it. So 3 months, you get a Zaya bracelet, which I have all mine over there. I can show you guys if you want to see. You get a letter from Aaron Bradley, our CEO, our president, which, interestingly enough, I have mine right here. So I know you guys think I'm crazy when I tell you to celebrate everything, but this is my junior rep letter from Aaron. It came in kind of this crinkled piece of paper, but you get this along with a bracelet, and then you get recognition at Summit. So any summits that we have, anytime that there's recognition across the organization, junior reps get recognized. So that's a lot of fun, and it might seem silly, but when you're at Summit and you see yourself up there as a junior rep, it feels really good. So that's what happens when you hit junior rep, at least for from a recognition standpoint. And then how to hit junior rep. I can show you guys what that looks like. Let me pull it up. So your lifetime sales, and I know a lot of you guys right now are like, I don't want to see this again, but I promise I'll do it in 60 seconds or less. You can even time me. Okay, so junior rep, in order to hit it, you have to have $15 in lifetime personal volume sales. So everything you sell, when you enroll, you get $145 automatically towards your lifetime PV. Everything you sell after that, everything you purchase after that, goes towards that lifetime PV. This is a cumulative number, okay? It's going to continue to grow and grow day after day, month after month. To hit junior rep within a 1 month time period, so from the 1st to the 30th, or however many days are in that month, your first level, so anyone that you've personally sponsored, has to do $600 in volume. So if you've got one person who you've enrolled, so you do have to have at least one teammate in order to rank advance. So if you've got one person who enrolled, your goal that month is to help them hit $600, okay? They'll get $145 from their kit. They get a $200 gift card right now. When they redeem their gift card, that's going to go towards their volume. So they're already at $345. And if you have their launch party within the first couple of days, which we always recommend, they should hit that $600. Total group volume, $600. And obviously, if their level alone or volume alone has to be $600, your group volume will be. So that's what it looks like, okay? Those numbers, if you guys have questions on them, let me know. And you have to sell at least 200 that month to be qualified to hit junior rep. In order to maintain, so you'll always have the junior representative title, but in order to maintain getting paid as a junior rep, you do need to have these qualifications met every single month. But if you are growing and if you are mentoring her or him or whoever is on your team, these numbers should kind of naturally grow together over time, okay? So that's what it looks like to hit junior rep. Those are the qualifications that you personally need. One other thing about this first level volume, if you've got one person, they do have to have the 600. If you've got 2 people, if you have 2 people as business partners, they could each do 300. This is your first level volume total. Anyone you've personally sponsored, their total volume. And the total group volume is you, your first level, and anybody else on levels 2, 3, 4, however deep it goes, okay? So That wasn't probably quite 60 seconds, but I feel like it was kind of close. Okay, so that's what you need. So typically when we are talking about hitting junior rep, you have to bring on a business partner. One of the key things that you need to do, one of the key things to make this successful is you have to mentor them, right? So when they come on, usually mentorship's hard at first. People are often like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. I don't have a format to give them. What are they going to follow? Usually what I'm doing with them is saying, all right, within the first like 24 hours, we're going to hop on a Zoom call. Okay. We're going to get face to face where I can screen share. We can kind of walk through things. The 3 things that you need to do is personalize your website. We've all done that. You need to get an event set up for your launch party, and you need to create your group on Facebook where you're going to actually have this event. Okay, so keep it simple for them. Don't overwhelm people. Don't take them in a million videos. Don't talk about returns. Don't talk about exchanges. Like, none of that matters for them yet. Okay, your job in the beginning is to tell them those 3 things and get their launch party scheduled. That's huge. Help them figure out a way to announce their business on Facebook, Instagram, text, whatever that looks like. And then help them with their launch party and keep it simple, okay? Like, don't overwhelm them. In addition to that, one thing that I recommend as you bring a new business partner on is ask them what they're here for, okay? Oftentimes we feel like, oh my God, I have to like get them all this information. I have to tell them all this stuff. And we start talking about I a lot, right? Like we heard that in the summit this weekend, especially when we're online. We talk about I a lot. You're going to find naturally that if you're on a Zoom call or if you're even on the phone with somebody, you are going to be asking about them a lot more, okay? So like in that initial Zoom call, it is all about the person that I brought on board. I'm saying, what's your goal with Zaya? Like what's your purpose with this? And they're either going to say, I wanted something for me, or it's about income. And as soon as you know that, you can now navigate the situation and the conversation a hell of a lot easier because you can start to talk specifically about why they're here. If they're here to have a purpose and they don't really care about the money and you're talking all about income, it's going to become a little bit, right? They'll be kind of tone deaf to that. So you have to kind of know what they're here for and then tailor it to that, okay? So I'm asking them, what are you here for? What are some of your goals? What do you feel confident in? Like right off the bat, what do you feel confident in? I know, you know, this is network marketing. Have you done it before? They'll share what they're confident in. Well, what do you feel like might be a struggle, or where do you know right away you're going to want some more training, or what are you uncomfortable with at this point? It could be something as simple as, I tried to log into my back office and like, I don't understand it. Okay. Or it could be something like, I know I want to build a team and I want to build an organization and I have no idea how to have that conversation. But now, rather than just dumping information on them that they might not need, you can give them very tailored, specific, individualized information, an individualized plan that's going to help them specifically. So I always get on a Zoom call, and I know sometimes you're like, golly, like we had a Monday night call, like I feel like I'm busy. Saturday morning, I just want to like do nothing, but you will get off that call and you will be energized. They will be energized. It makes a world of difference, okay? So make sure you're asking them a ton of questions, but keep it simple. In the beginning, it is about selling and sharing. That's all that they need to know. It's about selling and sharing. You will help them navigate the rest. And I say, hey, listen, like if you have an exchange, that's a great question, but we'll wait until it happens to even talk about it, just so you're not overwhelmed. And the first time you have an exchange, we'll hop on the phone and do it together. Or if I'm busy, I can take you in a video, but don't worry about it for now, okay? Take all of that off of them. Take all of that pressure off of them, because they just need to be focused on being excited and sharing this with people, okay? Getting people into their VIP group. If they want to build a team right away and they know that, if they don't want to build a team, I probably wouldn't be talking about recruiting and dream teams and reaching out to 2 people a day. But if they know that they want to right away, give them some of those little things. Hey, reach out to 2 people a day, like create your dream team list. And we can talk about that in a minute, but launch party, have them try to book 2 to 3 more that month. And if they want to build a business, give them a couple of tips there, but keep it simple. Okay, so you guys are, if you haven't hit junior rep, you're probably thinking, hey, this is great, but I don't even know how to recruit somebody first. So can we bring it back to basics so I can understand how to get my first team member? It is hard. I can assure you guys, it is getting your first team member is without question the hardest, because it's the first time you're going to have those conversations. It's the first time you're going to feel that rejection. There's a good chance you're probably going to get told no a bunch before you get told yes. That's normal in this industry, and that's okay. Learn to be resilient about it. But it's the hardest. Additionally, then, okay, so someone signs up and you're like, oh my gosh, I got my first business partner. Now what do I do? It's the first time that you're going to be mentoring. It's the first time you're going to be having these conversations. They're going to be asking you questions that you don't know the answer to, which is why you have an upline. Ask them. A lot of times, if I've got a level 1 who's a little bit newer and they're recruiting their first teammate, I'll actually jump on that initial Zoom call with them. So let's say Lisa recruits somebody, it's her first business partner, and Sarah, her sponsor, is like, hey, like if you're not comfortable with this conversation or this first Zoom call, I'll do it with you. Like I'll sit on it with you. We can talk through it together so you can kind of see how I handle it. Maybe you want to do it alone, but rely on your sponsor too, okay? Like you don't have to become a Zaya like know-it-all professional just because you've added a team member, all right? It doesn't work that way. This is like every single day you're working through and learning new things. So getting the first rep is, so transactionally, how to actually make it happen. These are the things that I did in the beginning when I started. I never recruited a ton of people, but I was very consistent recruiting 1 to 3 people per month my first year. I did every single month for my first year. I was between 1 and 3. I averaged 2.5. So, which somebody this past weekend was like, how do you have 2.5 people? Which I think, was it Shell? Yeah. And I was like, well, like Shella, you take like the total number of recruits divided by 12. Like it averages to be 2.5 new business partners. And that's how I did it. I was very consistent in these next 4 things I'm going to tell you. I was very consistent. And it happened then over time to build up slowly. I never put up like a 5 spot. I never put up a 10 spot. I just very consistently put my head down every day. And I remember telling myself, you guys, I am not going to look up until 6 months into this business. I'm not going to let myself feel like defeated. I'm not going to look around me. I'm not looking up until 6 months into this business. I'm just not going to do it. I'm human. In like my 3rd month, I was laying in bed with like massive anxiety because I was like, this isn't working. Like I thought I could do this. And at that point, like my back was against the wall. Like it was the only thing that we had working for us in this house. And I was like panicking, but I really tried to keep that mindset. So when I started, the first thing that I did was, and this sounds so corny, I know, but I created my dream team list. So I sat down one day and I kept a list out on my counter like all day. And I wrote down 10 people who I really wanted to do this business with. Like who I thought about it. I thought about it during the day. I thought about their personalities. And I was like, I want to travel with these people. I want to celebrate with these people. I want to try to hit junior rep with these people. I want to get a glass of wine with this person. Like I really put time and effort into it. And I reached out to those 10 people within like the first 5 to 7 days of my business. And I didn't send them a text and be like, hey, I just joined this brand new company. Like I didn't give them the regular spiel. I would text them, and I remember my first recruit, Alyssa, who's no longer with the company. And I said, Alyssa, listen, I know this sounds crazy. There's a new activewear company, which it's still new, so you can use this language. There's this new activewear company. It's in network marketing, which I didn't expect to be finding myself in, but it's brand new. It's growing like crazy. There's no subscription. It's kind of like if you like it, buy it. If not, move on. Anyways, I can get you some of the details. I don't know everything yet, but I know it's going to be successful. Like, can we get a glass of wine and can I just share it with you? And the majority of those people met with me because I was coming from a very genuine place. Or I was like, hey, listen, I don't have a lot of details. I know somebody who does, but I think this is going to be really big and you need to hear me out. Like those were the conversations I had with people. I think 3 out of those 10 actually ended up joining fairly quickly, which was awesome. I got lucky, but I didn't get lucky. It was all in person. I had to leave my brand new baby. Like I had to leave my husband at night. Like I went and met these people. I brought James. I brought my 3-month-old baby to a coffee shop with Alyssa, who was my first recruit. I just did it because I made a decision that I really wanted to make this work. And I didn't want to wait too long to have that first recruit and that first business partner with me. So the dream team is gutsy. It's ballsy. It hurts a little bit, especially if you get someone close to you who's like, I have no interest. You're crazy. I got that. They ended up joining like 6 months later. But it works. 34, right? Whoever told me that, 34 times more likely in person, you guys. So if you're going to do it, like be committed, like show up. 34 times more likely. That's a huge percentage. Like to send a couple texts versus to go meet someone for an hour when you can make it work in your schedule. Worth it. You will close more. You just do. It's normal. And every other job I've had, that's how it works. My VIP group. So treat your VIP group really, really well. They're going to be watching you. You're probably not going to recruit people day 2 from your VIP group, but these are people who over time are going to be seeing what you're doing. They're going to love the clothes. You're going to be able to have conversations. You have somebody who buys for 2 months in a row and you say, hey, like, I don't know if you ever considered this, but if you really like it, this is the cost of the kit. This is what's in it. And this is what the discount looks like. Like no pressure, but I say this a lot, you guys. I just want to do my due diligence and share that with you just so you know. Or I don't want to be remiss and not telling you that this month the gift card's double because it is a really good deal. So like no pressure, but I feel obligated to share that with you. So VIP group, hostesses, if you're not having parties, it's going to be a little bit more difficult to recruit because you're not going to have a market. Network marketing, you have a party, meet a person, they have a party. That's how this works, right? Often I hear like, well, my warm market, there's no one left, so my business is dying. It is going to die if you only rely on your warm market. You have to continue to grow your warm market by meeting new people within those events. But hostesses, so I've had people who, and again, I'm sorry, a lot of you guys have heard this, especially if we're partners, but when I have a hostess, I'll say, hey, my average party does $600, so that'll be our goal. I'll keep you posted. First order comes in and I'm like, hey, Katie, first order came in, super exciting. I think it was a pair of joggers. And then I'll post it for whoever bought it. Second order comes in, and then third, I'll say, hey, Katie, we're already up to $342 in your event. And then, hey, Katie, we're only like $102 away from that $600 goal. Like this, you're killing it. Usually they're going to say something like, oh, like I have a girl at work, or my neighbor was interested in looking, I'll follow up with her. So without even knowing it, they're subconsciously kind of understanding how it feels to be a rep, which is cool. And then I usually say, and it's genuine, I don't say this to people who are having a $0 party, which happens, and I have had people join after $0 parties. But I'll say, hey, Katie, I don't know if you've ever considered this, but your market seems to really love this. You're very natural at it, and you already have almost a $65 credit towards the kit. Like, is this something you've ever considered? That is not aggressive. That is not asking people to do something for you. That is not like pushy. The number one thing we usually hear is, well, I don't want to be pushy. I don't want to make people feel like they have to. Well, first of all, we need a major mindset shift. Like, if that's your mindset, you guys, don't touch your business today. Don't touch it tomorrow until you talk to your upline, talk to me. But if your mindset is, oh, like, I feel like I don't want to make them feel like they have to, or I don't want to be that girl on Facebook. Don't touch your business. Like, just walk away. Don't do anything for the next couple of days until you talk to your upline, reach out to me. I don't care who it is, but that's just a mindset shift thing, and we can talk through that, okay? But I promise, like, if you work in that zone, you're going to be burnt out and frustrated. Like, just step away from your business. I know that sounds counterintuitive, but just do it. And that's okay. I had that. I think a lot of us have had that at some point. And then attraction marketing. I don't post on my public profile a lot just because that's how I choose to run my business. I don't want to be too loud about it, but some people are, and that works really well. But I kind of want to follow, like, would Leah do this outside of Zaya? So I kind of try to follow that inner gut a little bit. I'm much more of a one-on-one person. So people are expecting a text or a call from me. They're not expecting a you rah rah post on Facebook every 2 days. But that's who I am. Okay. So you have, if you're the other way, that's okay. Like, just continue to live out who you were before Zaya. But attraction marketing, I think, has been huge in my business. Again, this isn't going to be like a dream team or a quick recruit, but it works. So I would say probably once a quarter, at least probably once a quarter, I go into my public profile and I do something about Zaya. A lot of times I don't talk about Zaya specifically, but I'll say like, so grateful that we're able to head up north this Thursday morning and I can bring my business with me. Truly something I never had anticipated, but we're all so happy. It's like a picture of James in the back seat. So I try to do that because without giving away too much information, people are like, oh, that's cool. Like, I wonder what she's doing. I'm not giving them everything. You guys don't have to like give it all away on the first encounter with people. Like, keep some of it, keep their curiosity. And I know that's hard because you want to share everything right away, but keep some of that curiosity. So I do that on my public profile. On Instagram, I do a lot of stuff regarding attraction marketing. I'm posting just where I'm at with my kids. I'm trying to be positive a lot. I try not to post about things that can be questionable, but sometimes I do because, again, like I want to maintain like who I am outside of Zaya. But I'm also remembering you have a presence, you have a brand, and what you're putting out on your Facebook and on your Instagram, on your social media is an extension of your brand. Whether I like it or not, like social media, this is my business. Like, and that's huge. Like, that's a huge, amazing, fortunate thing for me. But I have to also treat it with responsibility because it's my brand and it's an extension of who I am. So Dream Team VIP Group Hostesses Attraction Marketing, those ways that I just talked about specifically is how I started my business. That is how I got 1 to 3 new business partners per month and then eventually hit that junior rep. Okay, so step 1 is focusing on your business, selling and sharing, getting the word out. Step 2 is having conversations. And in the beginning, I know another thing you're thinking. Somebody in here I know is thinking, hey, like, that's easy for you to say because you've had success. But what do I say to somebody when I've only been in the business for a week? I get it, you guys. I was there. You know what you say? What I said earlier. Hey, listen, I do not have all the details. I don't know all the answers, but I have a feeling that this is going to be really big. And I just want you to hear me out. Like, or if you know them well, like I really, like I'd love to link arms with you and do this. Do you have an hour on Tuesday night to chat and meet up and get a cup of coffee? Be real. If you come in acting like you know everything, they're gonna be like, questionable. If you get a question when you decide when they meet you for coffee, don't make up answers. Be like, you know what, Erin, that's a really good question. I'll get an answer for you tonight and text you back or tomorrow morning. But like, don't try to like get sweaty and like make up things and get through it that way. Lisa, your puppy. Just be real, be honest. Say, hey, I don't have the answer to that right now, but I'll find out for you. And then actually follow up. So with all of that, you guys, sorry, I am out of breath. Do you guys have any questions? Is there anybody in here who's looking to hit junior rep? Oh, and also we've got a really great promo right now with the kit. If you just enrolled this month, take a picture of your kit and be like, hey, no clue where you're at with this, but listen, I just got all of this plus a $200 gift card, and this has been so fun for the first week I'm in it. Can I tell you about it? Like, share what happened in your kit. Share the gift card opportunity. Or also, like, I used my gift card and I'm earning commission on it. Like, that's a perk. I didn't know that. But there's so many opportunities to have those conversations, and every single no is closer to a yes. Like Shauna said in her video at Summit when she spoke, like, the more no's you hear, like that's good because you're eventually getting closer to a yes. So take that, like use that as fuel. If people are telling you no, they're not telling you they hate you. It's just not for them right now. That's okay. And you know what? Keep a list because some of those people are going to come back and join your team. It just might not be the right time. They might need to see you have some success first. Does anybody want to share 1 or 2 tips about how they hit junior rep that I left out? It's 8:33. We probably have 2 or 3 minutes, and then I want to get us out of here. But do you guys have anything that wasn't said about your journey to junior rep that I didn't share? Any tips? Things I left out? No? Is anybody who... Yes. So many people say no the very first time you bring it up. Of course. I said no the first time. I literally said to Ellie, oh my God, you got into one of those things and you're selling activewear. Like, I remember thinking like, Erin, like, oh, she did it. Thank God she did. That's true. Lisa said no for 2.5 years. And now, I don't know, what are your sales? Like 1 million this month, I feel like. I just keep seeing you be like, thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, we can end with this. Anybody looking to hit junior rep, do you have a question, or is there something that you feel like wasn't answered? Or is there something you want more information on? Because between the group pages out there, I'm sure there's a couple of resources that we could get you that you could either plug into or listen to or research a little bit. Or are you like, let me get off this call so I can go make my dream team list? Amen. Okay. Nothing, guys. We'll end with that. Showing up here is the first step. Sarah, you nailed it. You guys are showing up. We always say this, show up to go up 100%. For sure. Okay. All right. Thank you, guys. If you have questions, follow up with your upline or reach out to me and we can chat. And good luck. Let me know if you guys need anything.